Hey everybody, this is Dr. C with another video, tips and tricks, and this one's about rhetorical questions. Basically, I'm going to try to give you the quick version, which is basically don't use them. Don't use rhetorical questions. They are a device that students often use, and they use it in ways that are almost like knee-jerk ways. They use them to accomplish certain things, and I'll go over these things in just a second, that aren't most wisely used or counteracted using rhetorical questions. And here's what I mean by this. Usually what students will do is they don't know how to go from one thought to another, or one sentence to another, or one paragraph to another. They don't know how to introduce or conclude. So they will just ask a question. They aren't sure how to move from the topic sentence into the rest of the paragraph, so they will insert a sentence. They'll ask a question. These are kind of standard and typical ways in which students often use rhetorical questions, and none of those reasons for using rhetorical questions are actually valid reasons for using them in the first place. Rhetorical questions are primarily an oratorical device. You often find them in speeches. You sometimes find them in written work, but normally speaking, when you find them in written work, they're questions that are asked without the expectation that they're going to be answered in the document itself or by the reader. In other words, they're rhetorical questions, meaning you're asking them without expecting an answer. So most students, especially at this stage in Writing 121, or even in Writing 122, 123, and any of this, when I say this stage, I mean basically at the stage where you're in any of these classes, when you're learning how to write expository prose or argumentative essays on the college and university level. Most students in your situation will often gravitate toward rhetorical questions because there's certain things, simply speaking, that the student doesn't know how to do. They're not really confident moving between sentences, thoughts, ideas, paragraphs, so on and so forth. And they are maybe uncomfortable using transitional words and phrases, or even more importantly, they don't know other strategies for for moving between ideas, sentences, and paragraphs that don't involve transitional words and phrases. So they end up resorting to rhetorical questions. And it's kind of like I wouldn't call it a rookie mistake, but it's a mistake that's pretty evident and pretty clear to anyone who's reading your work critically. So if the way to stop doing this is to simply stop using rhetorical questions, which will force you to start dealing with the underlying reasons why you're using them in the first place. I hope that's clear. Once you stop using them, you will find out, or very quickly, what it is you've been covering up by using rhetorical questions. And once that starts happening, that's when I can actually assist you with the underlying reasons that are leading you to use rhetorical questions. You have to stop using them first, get rid of the crutch, and then I can actually help you figure out how to best address the issues that you're covering up by using those questions. I hope that's clear. Please let me know if it's not, and I'll do whatever I can to explain it further. Thanks, guys.